Anyway, we are off. This is the Oracle of Ages weekly randomizer race. Today we are playing on normal mode with Tree Warp on, randomized dungeons, and we have Keysanity. That's right, we are playing Keysanity for the first time in about, I don't know how many months. But, Fox wanted to play Keysanity, so we're playing Keysanity. Joining me is Fox and Fang. And we're starting with bombs. Okay. Yeah, Fox has a marathon run coming up in about a month or so. And he went to play some Keysanity, get some practice in. I haven't played Keysanity in a while, so I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So sword and bombs, interesting start. We got, what kind of key is that? D2 small key, probably don't need that. But it's possible, we might need it. Sense our default. I can see two possible ways of progressing from here. Either bracelet, which gets us into Dig Forest, or some kind of seed container that lets us get ember seeds from Ambi's courtyard. Those are our two possibilities right now. There might be more that I'm not thinking about right now, but those are the most likely scenarios. The bracelet is probably the play here. Just because we have bombs. That gets us access to the dungeon. Yep. Fairly typical. The big thing here is that we have bombs. That's the thing that we don't normally have at this point. Like, usually, in order for us to get bombs, we have to go out of our way. Generally have to go up to Rolling Ridge and get bombs out of Logic. But, we're getting bombs right now. Okay, straight into Dungeon 3. I mean, I'll take it. It's two quick items. Two fairly quick items. We gotta come in here eventually, right? We're gonna have to come back here later. That's for sure. Because we don't have any keys. But getting a tuning here as one of our first items is very nice. I'm gonna have to get into that Keysanity mindset that not every time you enter a dungeon you're gonna be able to make a lot of progress. Alright, that's D6 passed key. That's a big one. That's a big one to find. Because you do need all 3 D6 pass keys in order to beat that dungeon. Okay. That was fairly expected. You know, walking there is probably the better. Let me do something first. Let me do something first, because I have a feeling it might show up. It's one of those very rare occurrences. Yeah, embers are there. So that means... that means Ambi's courtyard is probably gonna be Gale Seeds. It's gotta be Gale Seeds at this point. Or it's the other Ember Tree. Those are the two options. It's gotta be either an Ember Tree or Gale Seeds. And Embers are our progression. 100%. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark the Embers. Because I know we're gonna get them. Regardless of which way we go. Oh, you know, we could get mysteries, right? Nope, it's this. Okay. That was the play. That was exactly what I expected. So we'll finish up here. After we finish up here, we will be going to the graveyard. Unless... yeah, I could. Yeah, I could do this. I could do this right now. It's a weird play, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it so that I don't have to go the other way. Because I have to get this item. The only way I can get this item right now is using currents. And... we're right in the area, so we might as well do it. If I get Feather, Switch Hook, Flippers... Actually, I need Feather, Switch Hook, or a Flute to be able to get this otherwise. And Flippers is a big find going in there, because now that lets us get the other item out of... Actually, lets us get both items out of the grave. Alright, D3 small key. So that lets us make some progress there. That's good. But yeah, graveyard is definitely the play. Because we can get 3 items here. And the fact that Flippers were the last progression item we got, that just tells me go into the grave there. That's a ring. Not a useful ring, but it's a ring. After this, we make our way up to Symmetry. Okay. A slate is good. That is an item we absolutely need to find. And this could be a useful ring, so I'll take it. Early on, rings are okay, but later on, you can kind of skip them. That one isn't that bad because it's like not that far out of the way. But yeah, we definitely go symmetry here. If nothing else, it at least gets us a different seed type potential. And the seeds we're missing are the good ones. Mysteries get us access to things, and then packets of seeds let us go fast. So we want those. And we absolutely need mystery seeds in order to beat the game. I could have... Yeah, I could have Gale Warped once I got to the past. Probably would have been faster. Yeah, definitely would have been faster. It's fine. And our animal is going to be Ricky. So we can get the item here. That's good news. The one concerning thing is that we can go all the way through Talus right now. And I am a little concerned about that. Ancient Tomb Small Key. Okay. All these items for D8 makes me think D8 might show up sooner rather than later. But we still don't really have that much access in there. We are going to be able to get the first item, which does not have to be key anymore, because we are playing keysanity. So that can be an item. But first, Symmetry City. How valuable this is going to be is going to come down to these two items, because we didn't get a new seed type. I was kind of hoping for mysteries there, because that unlocks another item we can get. But I think we might have to go back to D3. We'll see what we get from these two items. Another D8 key. Can't do anything with that until we get Seed Shooter, switch hook, and a cane. So I'm not too concerned about that yet. Okay. So now we gotta make the decision. Do we go Talus Peaks, or... I think the real play is go back to D3. We're gonna have to take the long way, but... I think this is probably the better play. I like getting more items versus getting one item from Talus Peaks. Worst case scenario, we can just Gale Seed up there and do it anyway. But because we got this key for Dungeon 3, that opens up a few checks for us to do. And ideally, this is gonna give us some things that we can use. The biggest thing we're looking for would be Tune of Ages. If we can get Tune of Ages early, that'll be insane. Oh man. Another... What is going on with this seed? We're already at 3 small keys for Dungeon 8. Something fishy's going on. Something very fishy is going on here. So we can only get one more item here, which is one of the most annoying items to get. But I'd rather do this than go to Talus Peaks. Alright, we did it. And it was the map. So Talus Peaks is the play. Alright, we're out of here. So 3 Heart Talus Peaks is the play. This might be the time where I actually equip the armor ring. We'll see how it goes. I probably won't. Because we should be able to still make it through. We have a sword. Having a sword makes this infinitely better than not having a sword. I wonder what item we're gonna get here. Because whatever item we get has to be progression. So I'm thinking we may end up getting either like Toonie Nut. Toonie Nut would be the most convenient, obviously. Or we may get like mermaid suit or something. Mermaid suit, sea shooter, shovel. Those are the items that I'm thinking about right now. Graveyard key also. That's another one that we could possibly get. Just things that could get us access. Alright, here we go. The moment of truth. What is on Talus Peaks? Expected. I expect that. And watch this be Dungeon 8. Oh, it's 4. We can't do anything in 4 yet. There's a key for 4. Unfortunately, that still doesn't let me do anything. But still a nice find. as we will need 4 keys in order to reach the boss in Dungeon 4. That's a compass. Compasses are actually useful in keysanity, so I will take it. D1 compass. Okay. Yo, Dark Horse, thanks for the good luck. D1 compass is actually somewhat useful because you only need half of the keys. You need 1 small key and then the boss key in order to full clear the dungeon. So that means after you have a small key and the boss key, you can just ignore anything that has a D1 key. I am a little concerned here because I do not have money for this, but I have to check it just to see what's there. It's a ring. Okay, so we will not be coming back for that. I said B. Thank you. Okay. Looks like we may have to go into Amy's palace if this does not pay off here. But it does. Oh, okay. Yeah, we're playing keysanity. It's been around for a while. We generally don't play it that often, just because the keysanity branch doesn't get updated as much. We used to play keysanity like every week. But then we stopped. There's only a couple things we can get this way. And that's a good one to find. That's gonna open up more in D3. And now we're gonna actually get enough rupees to do things. Might as well play in the present so I can spend 10 less rupees doing dancing. I have to be in the present anyway for a check, so I might as well do it this way. I mean, I'm still gonna save scum it, but if it ends up being something, we're only losing 10 rupees instead of 20. Another thing that's good about doing present dancing is dances are generally a little bit shorter. So you save a few frames. Like, instead of doing, you know, 5, 6, 7 steps. Ooh. I hope we don't need that, but we might. So I'm gonna hold on to it. But yeah, like, instead of doing, like, 7 steps in most dances, they're only, like, 3 to 4, generally. So you save a little bit. There's a feather. That is also a useful item to find. Because now we're gonna go talk to our boy Tingle. Tingle's got 2 items. Because we have 3 different seed types. He's got 2 items for us. And one of them is access to a dungeon. I wonder. I'm gonna test something real quick. I don't think it's gonna work. No, it didn't. That's unfortunate. I was hoping that we were gonna be able to go back to the cave. Back to the cave we just came from. But no. Oh man, I have some cool ideas. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to just avoid the shot. So you never really see this path in any randomizer. It doesn't come up very often. But I'm gonna utilize this path here, which is a vanilla path. You take this in the vanilla game, and we're gonna utilize it. I'm not gonna be able to push that right away, but yes, exactly what I thought. Perfect. Pegasus seeds. Oh wait, I could have gotten a few other things too. No wait, I can do that. I can still do it. I can still do it. Oh man, this is getting even better. Says I can get this. Oh yeah, I can. I can definitely do that. I was like, is that possible? But yeah, it's totally doable. Very easy. Oh wait, yeah, we wanna stick around here. So we got rock brisket, so we can do the trade. We can do the trade with the rock brisket. That was probably a bad... Yeah, that was a very bad location to put that. Because, yeah, we're immediately hitting it. Or, you know what? That might have been the more genius play I did. Because now I'm going to go this side. And we're gonna get some stuff over here. Like, ignoring the dungeon might be the play that I need to do. Like, sure, the dungeon is going to be filled with lots of good items, but we're also going to be getting a bunch of items going this way. Lake Ricky's Sloot. And that right there just made this path worth it. Like, just being able to now access both. Being able to access both of the dungeons when we go over there is going to be huge. Like, that's the one thing with keysanity, is that you generally want to ignore dungeons early. Because you're better off just stockpiling a bunch of items and then going into the dungeons and clearing out a lot in one go. But sometimes you will have to make a dip into a dungeon early. I think my favorite instance of an early dungeon dip was going into Dungeon 8 and getting the mermaid suit from the first check. That happened a while back, but I still remember it because it's such a memorable thing to do. That's another thing that's good to have. Alright. Like, all these items we're getting are good to have. When I'm going back to the other side of Rolling Ridge. Another D4 key. I'm gonna quickly fill up on Pegasus seeds, and then we're gonna go back to the other side. I guess I didn't need to fill up on the Pegasus seeds, because the Pegasus tree is right here. Alright, so the way I'm gonna do this is kind of weird. I'm gonna go to present, go back to the past, go up and around, and then go into the dungeons. And the reason for this is, again, I don't want to go into the dungeons just yet. Getting items is key here. That's probably the best ring we've gotten so far, so I will take it. And now let's find out what these two dungeons are. So past is D1. Okay, we can do this. We can do a decent amount of it. Shovel, okay. Shovel is good to find. The only problem here is we don't have a key. So we're probably gonna have to bail out of here. But we'll see. We could get lucky and get a key in here. No. Okay. Of course not. But we are going to be able to get the last couple items here. Yeah, no key. But that was a fairly solid dip into D1. We got, like, 3/4 of it done. Like, at this point, all we need to do is go back once we have keys and just finish it up. Did I already do this? Yeah, I did. Okay. I didn't remember if I did it or not. And this is D8. Okay. This is where D8 is. We've been getting a lot of hints that D8 was going to show up early. And we don't have a switch hook or a cane. So that is all we can do here. But now, look at that. We've got more places to go. More places to go, more dungeons to check out. Alright, we got Jabu, which is interesting. Because how much of Jabu are we able to do? Well, we got its own boss key. But yeah, I don't think we can do much. I think this is the only other check we can get. Okay, well then, that's very interesting. Another D4 key. How deep can we go in D4 now? I think we can go... Yeah, we can go all the way to the mini-boss. So this is worth going into. With 4 D4 small keys, you go straight to the mini-boss. And at that point, we have mini-boss portal, so it doesn't matter what happens. It does not matter that we don't have a switch hook yet. And these are all checks that we are going to want to do anyway, so it's a good play. The only bad part about this is I have 3 hearts and only one of them is filled right now. We have a fix for that, though. There we go. Nice heart pickup. So now we're fine. We're fine. We got 2 hearts. We don't need any more, right? Who needs more than 2 hearts? So after this, where do we want to go? I mean, there's a couple places I could go. Like, there's actually a lot of places we can go and do, like, 1 or 2 things. I am capable of doing basement of the 3. Which could very well be a useful thing. I am able to, out of logic, get to Sea of No Return. However, I don't want to go there, because two of the possible, or three of the possible dungeons are cane required. The only dungeon that I'd want to see up there is, actually, yeah, because of the cane requirement to go to Sea of No Return, there's no point for me going up there until I have cane. Especially when two of the possible dungeons up there require using the cane to beat them. Oh, that's a good item. That is a good find. So we will come back to D4 once we have boss key. We need boss key and we need a switch hook. So like I said, cane cannot be in Sea of No Return, because you're logically required to use it in order to get through the dark room. Alright, there's a key for Dungeon 1. That's fairly interesting to me. But I think we go to D3 first. Going back to 3 is the play, I think. Because we can get bottom floor in 3. Bottom floor is big. And we have the shovel, so we are going to be able to fight the mini-boss. Which is also big. Seedling could have our mystery seeds. I mean, we are running out of places mystery seeds can be. It's gotta be there or Zora. How did I miss? Jabuki. Oh, I don't have key. I don't have a key to go that way. So we gotta go this way. That means we gotta do the spicy route. We gotta do the spicy route to do right side. There's Kane. Oh! That is interesting. That is very interesting. So now with Kane, the big concern is our switch hook, right? Not having a switch hook is the big concern. I'm gonna grab those. Eh, whatever. I don't care. We'll do that. Alright. Right side. What's it gonna have? What is right side going to have today? It's got its own compass. That's useful. That is still useful. Alright, we've got a few things that I want to do. A few things I want to try. But I think we have to go to Sea of No Return. I think that's where we should go. But at the same time, I don't want to go there, because I don't have any keys. I don't have that many keys for any potential dungeons there. The only one that I have keys for is D6. That's another D8 key. Yeah, I think we go back into 1. There's still a few items in 1. And if we can potentially get something good in there, that would be nice. If not, then we go Sea of No Return. Like we can cruise through 1 pretty quickly. My one concern here is that we don't have a key. So by not having another key, that means we can't fight the mini-boss. And not being able to fight the mini-boss means we're gonna have to go through this path again if we need to. But finding D2 boss key there. Oh? Oh? Okay. No. That's not what we were looking for. Yeah. Let's go for it now. This is a big play. this pays off, that's good, but if it doesn't pay off, it's a really bad play. But it seems like a lot of things are pointing in this direction, so I want to go this way. And getting Kane put this in logic, so this was definitely a way that I wanted to go once we got Kane. My one concern is that whatever dungeon is up here, we're not going to be able to beat, because we don't have the keys for it. And I'm realizing I'm still at 3 hearts. That's a key. Boss key of 3. Alright, don't... Okay, we're good. And it's 5. Okay. We can make 5 work. 5 is usually key locked anyway. Or like, a lot of 5 is usually behind keys. So... we're gonna have to find a lot of keys before we come back here. So that just makes going here a little bit better. Because it's one of those things we're not gonna come back for a while. So we're definitely getting everything that we possibly can out of here before we leave. I mean, if the only thing that came out of this was getting the D3 boss key, then so be it. But I'm hoping we get more. Like, getting more than just the D3 boss key would be nice. Like a toonie nut. Okay. That is certainly something. That is something we are definitely going to have to check out. Imagine having to come here to get the tuning nut, to get into that whatever dungeon's over there, in order to get all the keys for this dungeon. Which is probably gonna happen, right? Alright, so that is everything we can get here. I am currently thinking we follow that tuning nut. Oh, I should have... Yeah. I should have filled up on seeds. Yeah, we'll fill up on seeds, and then we're gonna follow up on that tuning nut. Actually, wait a second. We still don't have any other small keys for D2. And D2 could be there. And I have enough rupees at this point, so I don't care. Having one small key for D2 is going to be a little nicer. When we ultimately have to go there. And ultimately need that small key. Like, sure, it's possible that that particular small key is not required. But at this point, we're getting into that situation where the rest of the small keys might be behind something that's behind the small key in D2 or something. Actually, I think you need 3. You probably need 3 small keys in order to get anything behind any key door in D2. If I'm thinking about this correctly, because you could potentially just waste your key. It's so weird being, like, this close and yet so far. Like, we have a lot of our items, but we're still missing a lot of keys. Alright, it's D6. So this is actually a good one to find. I'm gonna get hit. I just know it. Oh! Oh man, that was close. Where are all the hearts? There is no health in the seed. You know what? Let's do that. It'll at least get me some health back. Potentially? Alright, yeah. We got half a heart there. There's a heart. Alright, we're good. Small key for Spirit's Grave. Okay. We don't need that. We could have used that earlier when we were going back in there, but this is fine. Got the map. So we are going to be able to basically full clear this, aside from the boss. Oh, no, wait, we can't full clear this. We don't have a switch hook. We can get everything but the last thing. Unless it's a switch hook. If there's a switch hook there, we can get it. We need a switch hook. Nope, okay. We're done here. Yeah, it seems that way, right? Like, there is no health. I mean, it's fine. We have a heart ring, and we have our trusty gold joy ring. But it's still annoying. Alright, do you think we're gonna need this for progression? I am, like, slightly concerned that we require this for progression. Yeah, it's probably progression. Alright, there's two ways we can do this right now. We'll start here. Because we can finish D3. Yeah, this is probably the better play than going straight to Ambies. We'll do this first. Finish off D3. Oh, yeah, I meant to talk to him. It's a slate, okay. Required. Doesn't mean that that tree itself is required. It just means that we have to do that check. Oh, I forgot to do it that way. It's fine. This is not fine. Oh man, I have no Ember Seeds. I'm gonna have to use Scent Seeds. Just in case. Because we are still at 3 hearts. Just in case. It shouldn't be a problem, but you never know. Alright, we have completed our first dungeon, and that is actually going to let us full clear the dungeon. We're going to be able to full clear this. That's really nice. We won't have to come back here. There is one more key out there in circulation, but we managed to skip the bridge door, so it doesn't matter. Great thing about keysanity, you end up doing a lot of things. What a spot for that dude. Oh man, after this, I think we go 8, right? We either go 8 or Ambies. Or we go Graveyard. Well, there's a lot of opportunity here. We'll start with Graveyard. Just so I can see what dungeon's there. That's going to give us some insight as to what we need to do. I can also go Zora Seas. That's probably the play. We go here, we get the potion, we go to Zora Seas. Yeah, that was super required. It wasn't just like, okay, you should probably do this. No, it's super required. Both items behind the keys were required. And they just keep coming. We're not gonna do this. We're not gonna go do that dungeon right now. I don't want to do dungeon 1. Or, I don't want to do Dungeon 6 present in Dungeon 1. We'll do it later. If we need to. But right now, we're going to follow up on that switch hook. Switch hook is probably our ticket. And the thing that leaps out to me right now is Dungeon 8. Like, we can basically do everything there. But I just want to get access to this area first, and then we'll go there. Just in case there's some, like, health anywhere. Just a little bit. Dungeon 8 can be scary with 3 hearts. Okay, that's the final Moonlit Grotto key. And yes, it's required. Required scent seedling. Because there is only one mystery tree, and the mystery tree is on the scent seedling. So we now know that Dungeon 2 is inside Jabu. Because we now have access to every dungeon. Except for that one. So we do still need to get that. We still need fairy powder. Oh, hello. Final small key for D6 passed. Just need to find the boss key. Another Jabu key. I am a little surprised that we haven't gotten more Jabu keys. Alright, so with the switch hook... there's a lot of things we can start doing. Mainly in this area over here. So I'm going to start cleaning up some of the stuff. Don't care about a map. So yeah, we've got a lot of stuff we can do, including going into D8. And speaking of going into D8, there's the boss key. We're still missing a couple slates, so we can't actually utilize that boss key yet. How did that happen? I'm not sure how I got the steed there. That was a weird position. Hey! Our first heart container of the game. Can you believe we're getting our first heart container at an hour and 30 minutes in? And a boss key. Okay. So we have to pick up that heart container no matter what. We can't 3-heart this, even if we wanted to. Which I don't want to have to do, but yeah. Got a boss key. That is D6 boss key. Okay. So we can be D6 whenever we want. That might actually be a decent play to do soon. Because there's 2 items that we can still get there. One in the underwater, and then one on the boss. I mean, I disagree with how that happened, but whatever. So yeah, we're gonna go into D8. Definitely think going into D8 is the play here. There's just so many items that we can get. And aside from, you know, going back into finishing up D6, there's not, like, a ton of different things we can do. Like, we could do ambies. We can go to Sea of Storms. But other than that, I could go back into 4 and get 1 item, which I don't want to do. Like, realistically, if I don't find what I'm looking for in here, I'm gonna go check out D6. Like, I'm gonna go to D6 after this and finish that up. And then, last resort, we can always go do D6 present. That may be one of the better plays. Because there are a handful of items we can get there. Even without having keys. Like there's 5 items I believe we can get there without keys. But yeah, this dungeon is definitely one of the more loaded dungeons in Keysanity. Just the sheer number of items. So coming here, whenever you get the opportunity, is a pretty good play. Take a free compass, why not? Jabu compass. This is one of those situations where I'm gonna do this. And then if this is not an item we need, I'm probably gonna reset. Yeah, I'm gonna reset, and we're gonna do the clip. It definitely feels like Darknut Clip is a lot better in Keysanity. Just because of the key situation. Because I don't need any more small keys now. I do not need to worry about small keys for Dungeon 8. I do need to worry about my health, but that's about it. They're not coming near me! There we go. There we go. And this also lets me basically combo together everything in this dungeon. Compass doesn't matter. Small key for 2. Small key for 5. We would like to see boss key only for 5. Yeah, this route is okay. As long as I don't screw up. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to end on the mini-boss. So that'll end with getting the mini-boss warp, which is fine by me. Because at that point, all I'll have to do is come back once I get the 2 remaining slates. Don't save and quit. And then, you know, even in the worst case scenario where I die to the mini-boss, I'm still in a good position. Because I've gotten all the checks. I can always, when I come back here, I could just Dark Knight clip again and go straight to the end. I wouldn't even have to fight the mini-boss. But there's fairy powder. Oh man. Coming here was big. Because it got me, what, like two Two D2 small keys. Yeah, two D2 small keys plus fairy powder to access D2. So the plan right now, I think the plan right now is still go finish D6. And then we go D2. Oh man. You can't ask for better seed drops there. Double Pegasus drops with the gold joy ring is about as good as it possibly gets. Because that's a guaranteed 20. So this is going to be our second essence, but we've done a lot of work on a lot of these dungeons. Most of them we just have to go back with the boss key and finish it. The only dungeon that we still have a lot of work to do is Dungeon 7. And of course 2, because we haven't even gone in there yet. Alright. Unfortunately, we're still getting small keys for 5, but I'll take it. So here what we're gonna do. Oh wait, I don't need to do that. I filled up, so we're good. I can just go down here. Yeah. Yeah, we're just gonna do this strategy here. We're going straight into 2. Three keys and a boss key means We could technically beat Dungeon 2 if a couple things are not required. Like, if the rope key is not required, like the area with the ropes and then the key behind the bomb wall there, if those two chests are nothing, we're able to full clear this dungeon. If that has something there, then we're able to full clear the dungeon minus one thing. We either skip out on the boss, or we skip out on the boss key room. And obviously, we'd probably skip out on the boss key, just because getting an essence is better than not having it. But yeah, Dungeon 2. We're gonna be able to do a lot here. It's the map. So there's 5 small keys for this dungeon, and we just need to be able to skip 2 of them in order to full clear. You need 3 in order to full clear the back, and then we're guaranteed to skip at least 1. So we just have to hope that we can skip the other one. That's a okay spot for the library key. Right after we leave here, we can go and check out the library. That's bomb flower. Yeah, bomb flower up there. Oh, okay. We're good. We can full clear this dungeon now. Guaranteed. Yeah, it's bomb flower. Okay. So that's good. We don't have to come back here, no matter what. Definitely want to keep that bomb flower in the back of our minds, because that could be our progression item. Don't need that compass, because we don't need any more keys here. Is that the 5th key here? I think that is. Yeah. Oh no, crown. That's crown. Wait, was that... That was a key for crown. Was it boss? I didn't see. It looked bigger. It might be boss. I'm gonna mark it as boss, I think. And boss of 1, so that that side was required. I wish there was a way for me to check what key I got. Like if I actually got the 5 boss key or not. Because I would have to go all the way up to Dungeon 5 to check that out. And Dungeon 5 is in a really bad spot. So I'm probably not going to go there for a while. We are still missing a few things, so I'm not going to worry about it yet. We're still going to check a lot of things. Maybe we'll run into the real one, if it is fake. I'm calling it fake, as if it's like a trap or something, but no. I just didn't see what kind of key it was. I saw I got a key, but I was not sure what kind. And at this point, we are not missing much. We still need a boss key for 4. Potentially a key for 5. And the level 2 switch hook. Maybe more keys in 7. Oh, and a slate for 8. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish 1 after this. Get a free item out of there. Yeah, we'll finish 1, get ourselves a free item. Oh, let's go to library first. Library first. Free item out of 1. Let's see what we got here. It's a slate. Okay, so it's required. cool. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. I mean, I know how to do it. It's just... Let's see if I can remember how to buffer enough. Nope. Missed the buffer there. Oh man. I don't think this is gonna be good. That was super late. That was just super late. Okay, not too bad. We did it. Alright. So we can finish 8 now. We can finish 1. So we'll do those 2. They're back to back, so that's perfect. I'll take that heart. Thank you very much. And actually, before I do that, there's a couple items I want to grab. Just finish clearing out this area. That way I don't have to come back here. That's nice. That is a nice find. I'll take it. I was gonna refill when I go to 8 and 1 anyway, but getting 50 is even better. Okay, we got the boss key of Crown Dungeon now, so I don't have to worry about it. It wasn't a boss key earlier, it was just a small key. So that is off my mind, which is good. So now let's go finish up some dungeons. Alright, that's the final small key for 8 that I don't need. So what are we missing at this point, right? The biggest thing we're missing is the level 2 switch hook and the boss key for 4. Those are the two things we're missing, and that is an item. Or that's a key for something. Small key for Jabu, okay. Small keys for Jabu are still useful. What I'm probably going to end up doing after I beat this dungeon is do ambies. I think ambies is probably the play after this. If it's not ambies, then we might want to dip into D6 present. Actually, those are probably the only two things I have. Other than maybe like a few new checks in Jabu. There might be a few new checks that I can get in Jabu, but I don't want to go in there. I really don't want to do Jabu without the level 2 switch hook. I mean, sure, it's possible it's in there. It's not probable, but it's possible. Oh, there it is. So now all of a sudden, we are a boss key away from go mode. So now all of a sudden I'm thinking, let's not go ambies. Let's start getting some of these checks. Because if we can get our boss key, like that's gonna help us a lot. And, you know, follow your last progression. Our last progression here is the level 2 switch hook. So we're gonna follow it. And ideally, it's gonna lead us to the boss key. It's the map of Skull Dungeon, not the boss key. After this, I'm considering just going into 7 itself and see if the boss key might be inside the dungeon. Because now we can do a lot of the dungeon. There's a lot of things we can get inside the dungeon. And like the first time we went in there, we were only able to get like, what, 2 items? So there's a lot of checks we can do, and hopefully we find the boss key. Like, we find this boss key, we're in go mode. And all we have to do after that is just beat 5 and 4. 4 we've already done all the way to the mini-boss. And 5, it doesn't matter. Like 5 is just, you know, one of those quick dungeons. Yeah, it's faster to go this way. For the route that I want to do. So we have 4 small keys here. What that's telling me is if I can save scum 3, I can full clear. Well, actually, if I can save scum 2, I can full clear. Because we're not going to use 1 guaranteed. Because there's no reason to use the middle one, the middle door. Key for a key. I'll take it. Because that's going to help with my situation. Because I think at this point, now that we have a key for a key, we're up to 5 keys total. There's only 2 that we need to save scum, and realistically it's down to 1. So what I'm going to do is now that the water's at the top, I'm going to go through the entire hallway. We're going to check it. If I get anything up here... If I don't get anything up here, we're fine. You know? I'm just gonna check this one item here. I might need that. But we'll come back for that. Because I want to guarantee that I'm good. Why is this being a jerk? Alright, so at this point, I am going to finish the dungeon, and then do I go for that D5 key and then check the bottom floor? How do I want to do this? It might be better for me to check bottom floor first. Yeah, because then I can use Pegasus Seeds, it'll be faster. Good fight. So I don't want to have to come back here. So we're gonna full clear this. And then... then we have to decide where we want to go from there. Oh, you know what? This is a better route. Way better route. I'm mad at myself for not realizing it. Well, I needed top floor for this. I forgot I needed top floor. I should have just stuck with it. This'll work. This'll work. It's gonna be bad, but it'll work. Like, this was the route I should have done to start with. I would have been able to get the thing. And then get the bottom floor really quickly. now I'm gonna have to go all the way back up and around. But that is what I wanted to do. We still don't have a lot of health. We've gotten 3 hearts the entire game. Hey, there's one. Maybe I have to just complain about it enough for more to show up. Or maybe I can just complain that I'm not getting the level 4 boss key. No, didn't work. Okay. Alright, yeah, I think at this point, Ambies is probably the best play. It's the safest play. Actually, wait. There is one check that's actually really, really nice and really quick. Because we finished Dungeon 7, we get access to the Zora reward. And it's a very quick one, and it may or may not have the boss key we're looking for. Actually, it probably doesn't, because we've been through this room. Yeah. We've been through that. And I think we have the compass for 4. Do we have compass for 4? I don't know if we do. Either way, we're going to Ambies now. Hopefully we find it in here, or at the Make-A Tree, one of the above. Like, overall, this hasn't been terrible. I mean, we're still looking for an item, but it's only one boss key, and that's it. And we've already done most of the remaining dungeons. The only thing I can really see is having to go into D6 present and find it in there. Like, that would be the worst case scenario. Which we're pretty close to. So maybe I'll go in there right after this. Oh yeah, this is actually pretty nice. Because what's gonna happen is, I'm gonna go buy another potion. I don't normally buy a second potion, but with the lack of healing like, the lack of health in this seed is telling me go buy a potion. Like, buy a secondary potion. We're gonna do, like, a few things first, but... yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I am definitely starting to think that D6 Present is our most item-dense area. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're in go mode now. So now, okay, I see how to do this. Oh wait, I see how to do this. This is nice. This is really nice. This is gonna line up really, really nicely. So we're gonna do 4, and then go to 5. Yo, Fee with the 9-person raid. Thanks a lot, dude. Hope your stream went well. You just caught me right after hitting go mode. So we're just cleaning up the last 2 dungeons and finishing this seed off. Thanks for the good luck, Fee and Nitro. This honestly wasn't a terrible seed for a keysanity seed. I definitely ignored myself a little bit. Because I picked up that bomb flower in Dungeon 2, and I was like, I bet that's gonna be something. And it was. But I forgot to go and turn that in right away. That's how it goes. But yeah, we just gotta finish up Dungeon 4 and then 5. Then we're going straight to Black Tower after that. So far, no one is finished. This was a very weird seed too, because we had exactly 3 hearts for the first hour and a half. We got our first heart container at an hour and a half in. I don't have any other extra damage upgrades, so yeah, I gotta check it just in case it's red ring or power ring of some sort. But yeah, this go mode is very nice because we're able to combo the two dungeons back to back. And if I'm not mistaken, this was a double seed, seed of no return seed. Because our D3 boss key was up here. I don't remember if anything was locked behind D3 boss. I think there was also another key up here somewhere. Don't remember what kind it was. Might have been like a D7 key, if I'm remembering it correctly. D7 keys didn't matter. But yeah. That D3 boss key, though. And I don't remember if there... I don't think there was anything inside D5 at all. But yeah, we were only able to do, like, the first couple checks in here. Well, last time we were in here. Because we didn't have any keys or anything. I mean, we did have Seed Shooter and we had Cane, so we were able to get a few things. Alright, cool. So that is our last essence. That... that boomerang. Boomerang is useful in D5. But of course, we're already in go mode, so I don't care. But that boomerang would have been nice if we were still looking for something. Because that would have let us get all the way to the back with the amount of keys that we have. And be able to full clear. So I think the biggest takeaway from the seed was the back of D3 was loaded. Like, behind the two key doors, we had, I believe it was the boss key, and then we had the graveyard key on the seed shooter chest. So my funky routing, in order to avoid opening the bridge door, ended up paying off, because we did not have all keys at that point. We found that fourth key a little bit later on. But we didn't have to go back because we didn't have to worry about it. That's the one thing about key sanity that sets it apart from regular rando, is just your key management. If you have a way of getting around a door without using a key, you should do it. Because you never know where you're going to find your keys. And you never know how many keys you're going to lose out on. Or like, what key is going to end up being your go mode so much later on. Like, the more things you can get without wasting keys, the better. Of course not. 2, 3, 4, 5. Start it. Oh man! How did I miss that? So we'll call that 6. Though that was me just being bad. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. Yeah, 10 so far. Still got one more hit to do. Alright. 10. That's usually the upper bound of what I get. So, that's fine. I've been just getting bodied today. Like, everything has just been hitting me super hard. Alright, coming into the final phase, we do not have any extra damage, so we are going to have to get one cycle. We have level 2 sword, but no extra damage on top of that, so we do not have enough to 0 cycle. Hopefully... Oh, we did get the B, but I missed it. Alright, there we go. finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 16 seconds. GG. Good race. Like, for key sanity, that's definitely a pretty good time. Usually key sanities add a little bit more time on versus regular Ages Rando. Definitely more in the like 245-ish range is the average, I think. Whereas regular, just Dungeon Rando, it ends up being like about somewhere in that like 220, 235. I've definitely had key sanity seeds where it's like over 3 hours because you have to full clear everything looking for your final key. But yeah, that was fun. We haven't done a key sanity in a very long time. It's nice to do one once in a while. Alright, let's check the out-of-town scoreboard. Looks like... Let's see. Looks like Fang is just looking for that D4 boss key. So he's getting pretty close. Fox is giving me an ad, so I can't check. But I think before the ad, it looked like he still had to finish D7 and 8. And he actually forfeit. So Fox just quit. Not sure exactly why. He forgot to check somewhere. Ooh, yeah. That's rough. What is he missing? Let me see. He's missing the level 2 switch hook. Which... where was that? Where was the level 2 switch hook? Oh, it was on Ramrock. So he was probably missing a slate or something for D8. Unfortunately, his tracker, he's using the broadcast view, so I can't see how many slates he has. But that's my best guess, is he's missing a slate or two for D8, because you have to beat D8 in order to beat D7.